If you're watching this video, then you're probably interested in 23 Strong, hosted by Established Footsteps Ministry, and we are so glad that you are. My name is Sharon Thomas, and in this video, I'm going to be answering some questions that you probably have about this program that's going to start at the beginning of the new year. So let's get to those questions. First of all, you might be wondering, how does 23 Strong work? Well, we actually have a whole video that describes the dynamics and the plan for 23 Strong. And we want to encourage you to watch that video first before watching this one. So if you haven't watched that yet, go ahead, pause this video, go to that one and watch it first. I'll provide a link in the description box below so that you can find it easily. Next question, you're probably wondering, do I have to participate every month? The answer to that would be no. We've designed 23 Strong to operate in 23-day segments each and every month. We are making a commitment to provide this program all year long. So you might have heard us say 23 Strong all year long because we're in for the year. And you might want to make that commitment. And if you do, we say go for it. But if you're not ready to make that commitment, that's fine. Just participate each month as you desire. We'll be here providing the program, and we'll be excited about you joining in. Another question you might have is, how do I decide what my 6 aims will be each month? And we understand that. That's a big decision. And we encourage you to pray and ask God to lead you first of all. And then we encourage you to look at the suggestions that we've made. We have some suggestions listed for each one of the 6 areas, and we encourage you to look at that and pray through those and see if God might have something for you there. However, God might show you something beyond those things. This is all for you to set up with the Lord and develop some really strong habits throughout this coming year. As you make your aims, though, here's a couple of suggestions to consider. First of all, we want to encourage you, just choose one aim for each of the 6 focus points. We'll talk more about that in the Tips for Being Successful video, but one aim for each of the 6 is plenty. You do not want to overwhelm yourself. Secondly, once you choose and you make that commitment, be willing to stick to it. It's just 23 days. So even if you choose something that's really hard, or you find after a few days you're into it and you're like, man, I don't know if I can do that. You know what? You need to press in and do it, because it's in the doing that that strength will develop on the inside of you. And at the end of the 23 days, you'll be glad that you did. You're probably also wondering, so how do I get started? Super easy. Read through the description page and make sure that you understand, and watch the videos, which you're doing right now, so that's great. That'll help you with your questions, but especially watch the How Do I Get Started video. It should answer all your questions, but if you still have questions, reach out to us. We're here to help you. A big question probably everyone has is, how do I keep track of my progress each day? Well, we're going to provide a tracking sheet for you each and every month. They're set up super easy, and you can just use it daily. As I'm talking about these different things, you're probably wondering, so where do I find those tracking sheets, and where do I find that description page? All of it's on our website, establishedfootsteps.com. You can print them off from there, and I'll provide a link to our website in the description box below as well for you. You might be listening and thinking, this feels like too much for me. I don't know if I can do all that. And you know what? I hear you. So I would encourage you to scale it down a little bit. Don't just say, oh, I can't do it at all. Just scale it down a little bit. Maybe instead of doing 6 aims on the first month, you're going to choose to do 4. Or maybe instead of doing 6 or 4, you choose to do 2. Let me just make these 2 suggestions. If you choose to do 4, I would encourage you to do both food aims and both fitness aims. If you choose to do 2 aims, I would recommend you doing both of the food aims, or the spiritual food aim and the physical fitness aim. You may find that you participate in January and you do 2 or 4, and then in February, you're ready to take it up a notch and do 6. Maybe you have a month where it's too much to do 6, and so you scale it down for that month, but then you jump back in with all 6 on another. This really is all about you seeking the Lord, getting those aims in place, and then committing for 23 days and watching what He builds in you as you do. It's personal for you, and your progress. So don't get too caught up in thinking you've got to do it like everybody else, because we're all going to be doing it in different ways. So another question you might have is, do I have to do the Bible study with Established Footsteps in order to participate in 23 Strong as a whole? And the answer to that would be no. But we want to encourage you to do the Bible study part with Established Footsteps and to do the spiritual fitness aim with Established Footsteps as well. Let me tell you why. Our mission at Established Footsteps is to encourage you to be in God's Word. That is most important. So if you choose to do a different Bible study, we're going to cheer you on in that too. The main thing we want you to be involved in is Bible study. We want you in God's Word, nourishing your spirit each and every day. But we do believe that participating in this specific Bible study that we are providing is going to enhance your whole experience with 23 Strong. As you participate in the Bible study, you're going to be getting encouragement for all of the other aims as well. Plus, the Sermon on the Mount, you just can't get better, right? It's Jesus' words. Choosing to focus on that with that kind of meditative intensity is going to be so good for you as you're strengthening your life in other ways as well. We believe God has some really powerful things to share with us through the Sermon on the Mount, and we don't want you to miss out on that. So we hope you will join in on the Bible study part for the spiritual food aim as well as the spiritual fitness aim. We're excited about providing those for you. You might also be wondering, can I encourage other people to join in? And the answer is yes, and we absolutely hope that you will. Some have asked us as well, could they start a 23 Strong group? And we say go for it. Absolutely. What a great idea. A group of people doing 23 Strong together could be a really rich environment of encouragement, strength, and growth. If you're wondering about the cost for 23 Strong, let me just tell you, there is no cost for this program at all. We offer our Bible studies free of charge, but we do hope that you will consider at some point through your experience of 23 Strong making a financial donation to Established Footsteps Ministry. As people make donations, it allows us to continue doing what we do, and that's encouraging people to love God's Word and to grow strong in it, living strong and fruitful lives in His kingdom. I'm sure as you are thinking about doing this program, one of the things that's rising up in your mind is, but what if I fail? Can I just answer that and say, there is no failure here. The ideal experience is that you will set all 6 of your aims and that you will complete each of them for all 23 days, day by day. Doing so will build the grit of self-discipline on the inside of you and help you to grow stronger. However, we all know that we don't always reach ideal, but not reaching ideal doesn't mean that we fail. Growth is a process. We strongly encourage you to watch our tips for being successful at 23 Strong video. That will help you to stick to the program, but give up the idea of being a failure. There is no failure here. We're growing in strength, and we do that day by day. Please don't let a fear of failure keep you from moving forward in 23 Strong. God has more for you than that. Also, if you're wondering, what if I need to start on a different day of the month than the first of the month? Well, let me just tell you, that's totally doable. We're going to start on the first of the month and end on the 23rd of the month each month. However, if you need to adjust that, again, this is a personal program for you to access and use in a way that's beneficial for you to grow in strength. So if you need to change the days a bit, just do that. Make it work for you. Ideally, do it on the 1st through the 23rd. But if there's a time that you can't, make those adjustments. No big deal at all. Another thing you might be wondering about is, will there be any interaction with others who are participating in 23 Strong? Well, we want you to know we're definitely encouraging that interaction as you move through your experience of the 23 days each month. Each day, if you're participating in the food and fitness aims in the spiritual focus area, we're going to be posting those on our Facebook page, and we're going to encourage you to comment and to share different things through that. We'll also be throughout those 23 days posting some questions and inspirational things, and we want to encourage interaction in that. We will each one be inspired, we'll be rallied, we'll get ideas, and just be encouraged as we participate in this as a community. So please make sure that you've subscribed to our Facebook page, as well as participating yourself. What you have to share can really benefit others, and what they have to share can really benefit you. It's going to be good to do this together. And that brings up another question you might be having as well, which I kind of already answered, but let me just state it clearly just in case. So you might be thinking, so I do want to do the food and the fitness aim for the spiritual part of me that Established Footsteps is going to be providing, but how am I going to get that information? How are you going to give that to me? We're going to be posting that on our Facebook page each and every day of the 23 days. It's all going to run through there. Now, there's going to be some of the accompanying materials will be posted on our website, but Facebook is the way we're going to do this. So you need to make sure, again, that you are subscribed to our Facebook page, and that's where you'll be able to pick that up each and every day. We'll post it super early in the morning for you early risers to get up and get that Bible study going and taking in the nourishment that the Lord wants you to have that day, and also then jumping into the movement that follows with that. So just wanted you to be clear on that as well. We're excited about how that's going to work, and if you've got any questions, let us know. So that's it for the questions we thought you might be wondering about. But if you have more, please reach out to us. You can ask in the comments below, and we'll do our best to answer them. However, make sure you watch those other videos as well, because they'll probably answer most of the questions you have if I haven't already done it here. If you're excited about 23 Strong, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. I'm super excited about this experience, and I'm looking forward to seeing you on January 1 as we kick it off. See you soon.